What's the difference between a hippo and a zippo? We'll get back to that in a minute. Welcome to a world of puzzles and punchlines, where your brain and your funny bone will be put to the test. Here, we're all about the laughs, but don't be fooled. These questions might just make you think. Imagine a quiz where the answers are as unpredictable as a jack-in-the-box. So gather your wits and your sense of humor. Ready to dive in? Brace yourselves. Here's the first question. Why don't scientists trust atoms? Now, before you start scratching your head, let's dive into the options we have. Option A. Is it because atoms make up everything? Now that's quite a claim, isn't it? Imagine being responsible for every single thing in the universe. Talk about a heavy load to carry. Or perhaps it's option B. Could it be because atoms are always split? It's like they can't make up their minds, always dividing and multiplying. It's enough to give anyone a headache. And then we have option C. Is it because atoms steal electrons? Sneaky little things, aren't they? Always grabbing onto those negatively charged particles and never letting go. So, have you made your mind up? Well, the suspense is over. Drum roll, please. The correct answer is A. Atoms really do make up everything. Who knew science could be so trust issues ridden? Ready for the next one? Why was the math book sad? Well, we have three possible answers here. Option A. The math book was upset because it had too many problems. I mean, who wouldn't be, right? Drowning in a sea of equations, it could barely keep its pages together. Option B. The math book was sad because it was left on the shelf. Imagine being full of knowledge, but never getting the chance to share it. It's like throwing a party, but no one shows up. Quite a bummer, isn't it? And finally, option C. The math book was upset because it couldn't count on anyone. It's tough when you're always there for others, solving their dilemmas, but when you need a little support, there's no one around. So, have you made your choice? Drum roll, please. And the correct answer is A. The poor math book had too many problems. Moving on to the third question. What's orange and sounds like a parrot? Now let's dwell on that for a moment. Think about it. It's a simple question that's sure to ruffle your feathers. Are you ready to dive into the options? Option A, an orange and sounds like a parrot. Could it be a carrot? Now I know what you're thinking. Carrots don't typically do a lot of talking, but maybe we're in a world where veggies have found their voices. Option B, what about an orange parakeet? It's orange, it's a bird, it's a contender. But remember, we're looking for something that sounds like a parrot, not necessarily a parrot itself. And finally, option C, a squawking orange. Now that's a sight to behold. Picture an orange just sitting there on your kitchen counter, squawking away like a parrot. Bet you didn't see that coming. The correct answer is A, a carrot. Here's the fourth question. What's brown and sticky? Now we've got three options here, each one funnier than the last. Let's delve into them, shall we? Option A, a stick. Yes, you heard it right. It's as plain and simple as it gets. A stick, brown and sticky in its most literal sense. Option B is a little more delectable. Chocolate syrup. It's brown, it's sticky, and it's delightfully sweet. If you've ever tried to clean up a chocolate syrup spill, you'll know how much it can stick around. And finally, option C, mud. It's brown, it's sticky, especially after a good rain shower. Mud pies, mud fights, mud baths. It's sticky fun in a lot of ways, that's it. Our three contenders for what's brown and sticky. Now drum roll please. The correct answer is A. It's a stick. Simple, right? And now for our final question. Why are ghosts bad at lying? Let's dive into the spectral side of humor with this one. Is it because A, they are transparent? It's hard to hide anything when you're see-through after all. Or could it be B, they can't keep a straight face? That's a common problem among the living, but who knows about the afterlife? Or perhaps it's C, they always give up the ghost. That phrase does have a certain ring to it, doesn't it? Now take a moment, consider the options, have a chuckle or two. Because after all, what's a quiz without a bit of fun? So why are ghosts bad at lying? Tick-tock, time's up. And the correct answer is A. Ghosts are bad at lying because they are transparent. A ghostly revelation indeed. Who knew the afterlife could provide such comedy gold? On to our next spectral adventure. Remember the hippo and the zippo from the start? Ah, those were good times. Now what's the major difference between them, you ask? Well, here's the punchline. One is heavy, The other is a little lighter. Get it? A little lighter? Ha! We do have fun here, don't we? Well, that's all for today's chuckles and brain ticklers. Thanks for joining us today. Remember, laughter is the best brain exercise. Stay tuned for more fun quizzes.